Good evening. We present the news summary. The number of positive COVID-19 cases in the country is 10, as has been the case since the past 4 days. There are about 300 people in home quarantine, as well as in several other facilities in the country. Dr. Maggie Lorange, the Director General for Public Health, gave the details in a press conference this afternoon.
We still have 10 positive cases of COVID-19, of which 9 are in stable condition and 1 remains critical, even though now he's slightly better, but still remains critical. We have 89 people in quarantine at the Berjaya Bovalombe, 16 persons in the quarantine at Perseverance Clinic, and 133 at home quarantine. Yesterday, the Department of Health undertook rapid testing of the people in the Berjaya Bovalombe. And all the tests came back as non-reactive. We still have testing going on, people under investigation. To date, we have 204 people who have been tested, of which 10 tested positive and the rest negative. Discharge from quarantine is happening on a daily basis. So we'll find that the data, the numbers here will continue changing. Currently, we are testing the people at Four Seasons.
Four Seasons, yes.
Those who are quarantined in Four Seasons before we discharge them.
A group of volunteers from the Seychelles Red Cross Society and other non-governmental organizations is following training on how to provide psychological support to people suspected of having COVID-19. The training will also cover sessions on first aid and contact tracing. The president of the Red Cross Society, Krishna Tamatav, said the training was necessary to ensure that volunteers deliver their task successfully.
We are assisting Ministry of Health with contact tracing, and it is essential that all our volunteers delivering this service have a level of integrity. And there are 3 components of this training. One to do with the Red Cross fundamental principles and values. The other one directly related to contact tracing. And the third component is psychological first aid. We'll be dealing with affected persons over the phone. And it is essential, therefore, that they have the reassurance and we are able to respond to any questions they may have.
Is proof that people in Seychelles love bargains. Last night, SBC reported that a wholesale food company had a huge surplus of fresh and frozen goods to dispose of quickly after demand from hotels and restaurants suddenly dropped. Well, today, Apex Supplies estimates between 500 and 700 people queued to snap up crate loads of cost-price produce. They say they've sold more than 5 tons of Egyptian oranges, 3 tons of chicken quarters, half a ton of bacon, and nearly 2 tons of French fries. Police help keep order as 2 lines of customers waited at a safe social distance, with more expected tomorrow. The pension fund says it has made a substantial surplus despite the fact that 2019 was full of challenges. Speaking to SPC today, the Chief Executive Officer, Lekanae, said the surplus exceeded 138 million rupees. A large amount, 85 million rupees, came from members' contributions.
We had a very good year, 2019, and the good performance, I would say, is thanks to the hard work of 128 staff we have at Seychelles Pension Fund. We did really well in terms of overall surplus. We made 138 million rupees, the highest ever in our 13 years since we started in 2006. And this 138 million surplus is made up of 53 million from investment, also the highest we have done since inception. And the second one is 85 million from surplus of contributions over pensions paid. We've had the largest revenue collected, but we've also had the largest expenditure because we've paid out a lot in pensions as well. Today we have around 8 workers to every pensioner. 5 years ago we had 10 workers to every pensioner. In these difficult times, we are also conscious that we have to be careful. We are strategizing on the move. We are making sure that we don't just take advantage because of a good year. We have to be careful of the years to come.
Today is World Autism Awareness Day, a day to highlight the challenges faced by autistic people. However, due to the COVID-19 pandemic, all activities across the world, including Seychelles, have been cancelled. The vice chairperson of the Autism Association, Marianne Tenista, says the association remains positive and will resume its activities, including the opening of the support center at Notice Point once the pandemic situation improves.
Despite the COVID-19, we want to encourage families to stay positive and continue to work with their children. And in Seychelles, we are sorry that all of our activities have been cancelled because of the COVID-19 situation, but we hope to get back on track with our training program, opening of the center, and some of the fun activities like our annual fun run that we do every year. So we hope to get back with all our programs when this is over.
This was the news summary. Thank you for your attention.